I'm going to show you how to make this lovely, easy and gluten-free buckwheat bread. Let's go. So place 540 milliliters of water in a large bowl. Sprinkle 7 grams of dried yeast and then sprinkle a small teaspoon of sugar over the yeast to activate the yeast. Just leave it like this for about 5 minutes until it starts to bubble. So after about 5 minutes, as you can see, the yeast is activated. It's kind of bubbling. That means that your bread will rise much better, much faster. And now you're going to have to add all kinds of gluten-free flour. So first 170 grams of rice flour, 80 grams of buckwheat flour, 160 grams of potato starch, 90 grams of corn flour or cornstarch if you live in the US. Very important, 14 grams of psyllium husk powder. Please do not miss that ingredient. It will add elasticity to your bread. It will mean that it rises much better and it keeps much better as well. And then you also finally need 10 grams of salt and 10 grams of neutral oil, taste oil. I use sunflower oil. So you're simply going to add all these ingredients to the water and then give it a thorough mix. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when it's well mixed. It's quite thick, but it's still fairly runny, okay? And now you can either put this in one big cake tin, or I personally put it in two smaller cake tins. As you can see, make sure you line them with non-stick baking paper. Very, very important. And now, before the dough even rises, I am going to put the dough in these cake tins. Okay, so as you can see, I've divided the dough in two. And now we are going to let this rise, okay? The best place for it to rise is somewhere where it's a bit warm and humid. I actually put it in my cold oven with a bowl of boiling water, so that releases a bit of moisture and humidity and heat. And I'm going to leave it in there for about an hour until it has doubled in volume. Okay, and there you go. This is what it looks like after it's risen. As you can see, it really rose properly. And now I'm going to turn my oven on and bake this bread for about 35 minutes at 210 degrees Celsius. So after about 35 minutes, what I do is I take the bread out of the cake tin and I put it back in the oven for a further 10 minutes. That just makes sure that it's all crispy, the loaf is all crispy basically. Okay, and there you go. Look at this. I've got 2 beautiful loaves of gluten-free bread. They are pretty crispy on the outside and nice and moist on the inside. Look at this. And quick little tip, I actually reuse the paper a couple of times before throwing it away. It's completely clean. It doesn't stick at all, as you can see. So yeah, that's a quick little tip for you. And this bread keeps really well. What I do is I wrap it up in foil and it keeps for about 2 days. You can also cut it in slices and freeze the slices and just pop them in the toaster when you want a nice piece of fresh gluten-free bread. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these videos. The recipe for this easy and gluten-free buckwheat bread is on my website, www.easyandglutenfree.com, if you want the written version of it. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy this video, I bet you will enjoy this one next. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.